remember this, and many of the members sitting on this panel are old enough to remember this. The Cuyahoga River actually burned. There used to have signs on the bridges, do not throw lighted object from bridge, flammable object below. That's good. Good. So, we passed the Clean Water Act. Good start, based strongly in 20th century, mid-20th century science. But Congress has failed to revisit the Clean Water Act meaningfully since 1987. Science has advanced. Our understanding of waters and their value and their permeability over artificial boundaries between states has grown during that time period. Yet Congress hasn't acted. The Supreme Court has. We have confusing, conflicting guidance, a 4-1-4 decision by the Supreme Court. They basically begged Congress to act or the agencies to clarify when they put forward that ruling. Yet what we've had is, we had the Bush administration attempting to put forward guidance 03 and 08, and their guidance was said to be quote, a hodgepodge of ad hoc and inconsistent jurisdictional theories. That was a comment by the Farm Bureau at the time. I think their guidance failed on two counts. One is to give us the protections we need, and secondly, to give us the regulatory certainty that the economy needs and those who are working in around waters of the U.S. Failed on both counts. I think there's some agreement on that, yet last year the House passed a bill that would have locked us into the 03-08 guidance forever. No changes could be made, no matter what was brought forward. And that's what brings us here today. The issue is, was the rule as proposed initially confusing? Yes. Did it raise concerns, tremendous concerns? Yes. They've had about 1 million comments. The question is, what's happened since? Has the agency heard from those 1 million comments? Have they clarified? Have they modified it? I hear they have, and they're working on that. And yet, there are some who want to bring that process to a halt before it's mature. If the agency goes forward with a rule, and it's not stopped by Congress, Congress has many tools at its disposal, including the 60-day regulatory review process, where if it's found to be objectionable, Congress can register its objections by overturning the rule. Or we have other tools at our disposal. But I believe we should let the agency go forward. I believe they have heard the concerns. I mean, I'm going to be questioning on the issues of ditches, on the issues of agricultural practices and erosional features and those sorts of things. Have those things been clarified? I believe that in acting they need to do three things. It should be conducted more transparently. They should post all the comments that have been submitted. They should continue to meet with stakeholders. The final rule should be guided by science and the law. It should not expand Federal authority over waters never before covered by this Act. And third, they need to move quickly to end the confusion and the uncertainty and get the rule out. So I think what we're here today is to figure out if they're on that path or not. And if they're on that path, I believe we should let them proceed. If they're not, then perhaps further action is warranted. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. DeFazio. Now recognize Senator Boxer.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman, for this joint hearing, where I think if